facts you might not know. From the biggest flops to the greatest hits, this is Trash Can Tidbits.
Hey there guys, I'm Beaton, and welcome back to another episode of Trash Can Tidbits. Thanks for continuing to watch, and I plan to entertain you with more videos. Last time, I asked the question, which actor from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World later revealed himself to be British? The answer is Satya Baba as Matthew Patel. The character of Patel is the first evil ex that Scott must fight in the film, an over-the-top guy with a flair for Bollywood-inspired dancing and singing. Baba auditioned and filmed with a perfect non-British accent, and it wasn't until after his scenes were shot that he revealed to director Edgar Wright that he was from London, England. Wright was amazed and praised his performance. Now with that, let's get started with fact number 1. Did you know that classic Hollywood actor James Stewart starred in 2 movies with remarkably similar titles? One of Stewart's definitive roles was that of troubled banker George Bailey, who was given a Christmas intervention by being shown what life would have been like if he had never existed in the Frank Capra classic, It's a Wonderful Life. One of his more earlier roles, though, was in the 1939 film It's a Wonderful World. This film, however, was a screwball comedy about a private detective who teams up with a female poet to prove his innocence after he's accused of murder. Fact 2. Did you know that Lara Croft in the first Tomb Raider film doesn't exactly wear her famous tank top and shorts in the film together? It is true that Angelina Jolie wore the classic costume in the film's poster and other promotional materials. She does, however, wear her shorts in the first scene of the film, where she's in her training simulator fighting a giant robot, but she wears a black t-shirt to go with it. The tank top shows up as part of Lara's main wardrobe in the rest of the film, but she also wears longer pants to go with it. Jolie allegedly disliked wearing the shorts. Fact 3. Did you know that the Oceans franchise has had an unexpected link with Frank Sinatra? To start off, Frank himself starred in the original Ocean's 11 in 1960. Both the original film and the remake took place in Las Vegas, the stomping grounds of Sinatra's Rat Pack. Ocean's 8, a female-led soft reboot/sequel to the franchise, featured the song These Boots Are Made for Walking by Nancy Sinatra, Frank's daughter. It made sense to feature perhaps the most well-known song by the daughter of the chairman of the board in an all-female ocean heist movie. Fact 4. Did you know that the pilot episode for Law & Order was made a full 2 years before the show even aired? Furthermore, the show was pitched to 3 different networks, Fox, CBS, and NBC. Fox rejected it, CBS then said yes, and the pilot was produced in 1988. As is often the case with new shows getting off the ground, however, after the pilot was finished, CBS changed their minds and decided not to produce it. NBC picked it up instead in 1989, and then the series began airing in 1990. NBC Universal continues to own the entire Law & Order franchise to this day. Fact 5. Did you know that Tomb Raider Legend is the first game in the series in 8 years to feature Croft Manor as a playable training level? The last game in the core design iteration to do this was Tomb Raider 3. The first 3 games offered Lara's mansion as a training level/obstacle course, but the next 3 games offered different locations to learn the ropes on how to play the games and control Lara. After the series was bought by Crystal Dynamics, Croft Manor would be reinstated as not only a training level, but also model it after the locations seen in the Tomb Raider films starring Angelina Jolie. Fact 6. Did you know that King Kong star Fay Wray wasn't actually a blonde? Fay's most well-known role is that of the blonde bombshell Ann Darrow in the original King Kong. The legend goes is that she was persuaded to accept the role by claiming she was going to be working with the tallest, darkest leading man in Hollywood. She thought she'd be working with someone like Cary Grant until she was shown a picture of Kong. Fay was actually a natural brunette and wore a wig for King Kong. Her brown hair was seen in her previous film, The Most Dangerous Game, which coincidentally was written and produced by Kong's screenwriter Ernest P. Schoedsack. Fact 7. Did you know that Disney legend Phil Harris, best known for playing Baloo in The Jungle Book, did try to play Baloo one more time for the TV series Tailspin? Harris, a jazz singer and radio personality who cemented his legacy by playing the laid-back Baloo the Bear in The Jungle Book, went on to play 2 more roles for Disney, Thomas O'Malley in The Aristocats and Little John in Robin Hood. When Tailspin came along, the producers originally wanted him to play Baloo again, but Harris was 85 years old at the time in 1989, and after just one recording session, he felt his voice was too old sounding to play Baloo. As a result, Baloo was played on the show by Ed Gilbert. As for Phil Harris, Don Bluth instead hired him to play the easygoing dog Patu in Rock-a-Doodle. It would be his final voiceover role. He died in 1995 at the age of 91. Fact 8. Did you know that Hugh Laurie's audition to play the title character on the TV show House was filmed in a hotel room? Laurie was filming an action movie in Namibia in Africa called Flight of the Phoenix, where the opportunity to audition for House came his way. During a break in filming, he got a friend of his to film his audition in, of all places, his hotel bathroom. Laurie's explanation for this was, it was the only place with enough light. Bonus fact, when he auditioned, the show wasn't called House just yet. So he read the script thinking that the character of Gregory House's friend, Dr. Wilson, was the main character. Fact 9. Did you know that despite being the title character, Michael Keaton as Betelgeuse only appears in 14 minutes of the whole movie? To put it into perspective, the movie is only 92 minutes long. Keaton was allowed to improvise extensively and even came up with Betelgeuse's makeup and overall look when Tim Burton pitched it to him. The character remains Keaton's all-time favorite character he's ever played, and I can totally see why every time I watch it. Fact 10. Did you know that voice acting queen Jennifer Hale, best known as the voice of the female version of Commander Shepard in the Mass Effect trilogy, actually did voice work for the first Metroid Prime? Hale is still credited as the voice of Samus in the game, though the only samples that remain consist of grunting and shouts of pain when she's hit by enemies. Hale did record an opening narration, but it was cut. They remain in the game's files, and they're actually narrated not through Samus's point of view, but in the third person. And here's this week's trivia question. In both the book and the film The Godfather, long-held rumors still abound that the character of singer and actor Johnny Fontane was based on Frank Sinatra. Sinatra was so angry about the portrayal in Mario Puzo's novel that he once angrily confronted the author in a restaurant and screamed obscenities at him. Not surprisingly, Sinatra passed on the role of Fontane when it was offered to him as well. Hopefully this question will put things to rest. My question is a yes or no. Was the character of Johnny Fontane in The Godfather based on Frank Sinatra? And there we go for this week. I hope you liked this week's list of trivia, and definitely stay tuned for more and other fun videos that I have in the works. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and ring the bell for future video notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.